Petty radio on your stereo. Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order. Intellectually petty radio on the stereo. Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Men make moves and suckers stand still. And as always, on the Mighty Nerve DJ Radio Network. And you already know, man. It's like I really don't tolerate motherfuckers that ain't legends, and today is no exception, man. We got Cleveland's finest in the building, down the way from the PJs all day. Stalin Mackamillion in the building. What's going on, bro?
Salute, man. I appreciate you for having me on the show.
Oh shit, man. It's an honor and a privilege, bro. How you doing? How's your family?
Man, I'm doing great. I cannot complain, and family is great as well.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, so we was talking a little bit, man, about, where you come from. Let the people know where your story started.
So, yeah, I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, down the way projects on 30th, dead smack in the jungle, project baby. Through and through.
I was telling this nigga earlier, I'm sorry, man. I feel bad for you.
Right. With a lot of trauma, young man.
Yo, and you know what's crazy though, man? Like when I first moved to Cleveland, like Cleveland is completely different than Detroit.
Facts.
The way that it's set up, the freeways make a big difference.
For sure.
Like
people don't use Cleveland and Detroit, niggas always linked together for sure.
It used to be we would come down here to hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like as families would come up from down south, Cleveland would be one of the first stops.
For sure.
Then they may go ahead and go to. So you had, we all had like family in Cleveland and Detroit and Chicago, one of the three, But yeah, man, like the loyalty in the neighborhood here was, man. Like that's something you gotta respect here. Like I tell people to this day, don't go to no neighborhood bar. That shit is not, and I'm assuming somebody just calling them brother. But yeah, the neighborhood bars here, it's niggas that go to the bar from the time they 18 to the time they die. Same bar, same people, the whole nine. And if you walk in there and you not from that neighborhood, it's a big ass spotlight with a megaphone attached to it on you. Now, I'm not saying that it'll be problematic every time you walk into a neighborhood bar, but I am saying that there's a strong possibility that it might be. Especially if you go in there and you talking to they women. That could cause you some difficulties.
Facts. We talk about being in them hood bars. Yeah, you better be careful.
Man, when I first moved here, we used to have problems all the time.
For sure.
It was a lot of problems. Let me ask you this, and I ask every artist, every producer, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
Man, from what I can remember, man, I at least been trying to make my own music probably like since 7 years old. I used to steal my mama's tapes and put the little tissue at the top, record over. He used to hate me for that shit. For the kick my ass. But yeah, like my first remembrance of hip hop for real, like a big impact on me was probably when Bone came out. When they little CD that East 1999 with the first of the month and everything came out, you heard that shit in every building, man. Like everybody that it was supporting Bone that drop.
Yo, and them niggas changed the game forever. And for a long time, everybody from here was rapping the same way.
Facts.
Gift and the curse.
Facts.
Who was you fucking with the most out of Bone? Like, who was your guy?
Busy was probably my favorite one.
Yeah, Busy. I would say Busy or Crazy Bone. Crazy Bone,
Definitely, and yeah, Crazy. I fuck with Crazy just because he very knowledgeable and he give you some game too.
he had the better Busy solo project was pretty hard too, but I think Crazy was more consistent and he was just more into the business of keeping the shit going. Like if it wasn't for that nigga, like Bone would have just they would still be legends, but they wouldn't be as known after they stopped really making music.
No, I definitely second that. I could definitely say the same thing as well. He definitely put in the work for sure.
Give me some other niggas from Cleveland that people might not know that you think is thorough and dope.
That they might not know.
Yeah.
Caesar Rio, he pretty nice. He makes some thought provoking music. I like his music that he
That's who
dropped.
did my intro.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
He cool. He a great dude for sure, for sure. Um, Let me see who else that might not know. A lot of females is popping. Like I like the ladies. The ladies got a lot going on in the city right now.
Really? Like I'm lost. Who we talking about?
Let me see. It's a chick named Big Topic that she just went viral or something from a little video she did with LaWine Films. Uh,
Okay.
Envy Jazzo. She making a lot of noise too as well.
Oh,
Uh,
Jig is kind of dope too. I think that's her name.
Jig. I ain't hip to Jig. I,
Is
I
it?
I heard of the name, but I haven't really labbed her music.
I think it's Jig Caesar Rio. I
I,
could
I,
be.
I know who you're talking about, but I haven't labbed a lot of her music. But I definitely heard about her for sure.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Jig Cicero. I said it wrong.
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I sure for sure.
Definitely tap in with her. Like she fire, bruh. Like, she be talking that shit too.
100 for sure, for sure.
Okay. So when did you put out your first project?
My first ever project. This was probably back in 2011. I used to rock with some homies that had little connects with the little diplomats back in the day. And so the DJ I messed with, he was from Australia. He was dealing with them at the time. But the mixtape was called the Hood Espionage Mixtape. It was the
Hmm.
volume one, and I had dropped it in 2011. That's the first ever project that I dropped out for people to listen to.
What's the difference between that and what you're doing now?
Um, Now I'm learning the business more because back then I didn't know anything about the business at all. I was kind of like just dropping tracks, and then I was dealing with people that probably wasn't really serious enough about the business and had no direction. So I didn't know nothing as far as about the business. Right now, I definitely know way more of the business. Have a better structure. You know, just a different perspective when I'm dropping songs. I'm not just dropping songs now. I'm dropping songs and having ideas behind it, how I'm gonna market it.
Hmm.
What type of video I'm gonna make it, that type of stuff. There's a different type of thinking now.
And what you dropping next? Like I seen the joint, man, where you got the butcher on your shit. You got
That's
Gucci
that that
Man.
coming. That should be coming like late May. That's the next track I'm dropping. That should be coming late May. Late May.
How you hook up with Gucci?
Man, through the producer. So it's a producer named Anno. I think I'm saying his name right. You know, um, he had contacts with him. I ran into him, bought some beats from him, and he put it together like that.
Really?
Yep.
So did you actually like talk to Gucci, or is just like what, just
Well,
basically literally
yeah,
a
no, I,
transaction?
I haven't talked to him personally yet, but depending on how good this song do, we might could be able to do a video down the line. But he
Okay.
simply put a verse down and just sent me the track type of thing.
Okay. Same thing with Benny.
My track though.
Okay. Same thing with Benny.
Yep.
I interviewed Boldy James, and he fucks with them pretty heavy.
Bodie James.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah. I fucks with Boldy James pretty heavily too.
for
You
sure.
know, I like that type of music. I like Griselda, man.
And they do work hard. I like they got that old New York hip hop feel. And I would like to make a lot of music like that, but just the demographic of the game, you got to be versatile. That can't be your only style. So that's kind of was my thing why I did the features like I did that, like with the Gucci, with the down south little swag, and then the New York swag with them, so I can show them, I'm versatile and I can like many styles, whatever way you want.
What's a Cleveland sound? Does Cleveland have a sound?
Please, yeah, I would think so. Do a lot of the sound be inspired by outside cultures? Yes, I think so. But yeah, I think Cleveland got their own sound for sure.
Like a few years ago, what's old boy? It's going down. I think that was the name of the song. Damn, I
You
can't
talking
remember.
about Al?
Fat Al. Yeah, like that to me. Him and old boy from EC
Mm-hmm.
and Chip the Ripper used to be my guy.
Chip the Ripper could definitely rap. I fuss with his music. He definitely a rapper for sure.
But that was a Cleveland sound to me. Like that was, and then when Chip the Ripper moved, like he kind of lost the feng shui a little bit.
But well, it was an era. To be honest, like everybody in that era, they got they swag from like the Texas boys. So when they made their song, they reminded
Yeah.
me of like DSR and all them from Texas, like Paul Wall and Millionaire and Slim Thug. Like that's what they reminded me of, like that era of music.
You know what? I never thought about that, but yeah, you actually kind of right. It had like it was almost like Texas kind of birthed it. It had the DNA, but Cleveland put their own,
And I think
touch on it.
I think that's a trait that Cleveland possesses. Period, though. Like, because we can do stuff that sound like other places, but we can make a way to hone it and make it our own.
Okay,
That's what I love about the city and myself as well.
what producers like in the city do you fuck with?
Producer. I honestly like my own music, but as far as like the producers I know for sure, like King Six, great producer.
And your voice is kind of like it's breaking up a little bit.
Is it right now still?
Well, when you whatever you just did, that shit worked.
Okay. Is it
Yeah,
still cool
that
now?
that's perfect right there.
Okay, for sure. So yeah, I know King Six, he a producer. He made pretty great beats and songs. The songs that I love. I want to say Caesar Rio, he a producer as well too. Um who else did I know?
I did not
I
know
ain't,
that.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know a lot of producers because like I said, I actually produce my own music.
I didn't know that either.
Yes, sir.
What you using?
Fruity Loops.
Man, I used to use that shit heavy. Used to be addicted to it.
I've
Like
been using it for years for sure.
how do you start out? Like what do you like I would start out like with the melody and then throw a drum track under it, but I wasn't that good with the drum tracks.
So it depended on actually how I feel, because sometimes I make songs like from scratch to where I make a beat around it, or sometimes I can come melody first or the beat, or if I'm making a beat line that's like inspired by something I heard, I do the beat first. It just depends on how I'm feeling. It's
Where
really
you get
like
the
no right or wrong way I do it. I just do whatever I feel at the time,
where you get
however
the
it come
name
out.
from?
So I created my own name. So Stalin, came from the Russian dictator Joseph Stalin.
I know that nigga was
He was
about that
true,
life.
what?
Yeah.
But I took the name though for what it mean itself though. The name is actually German for man of steel. I like to call myself a solid individual. So that's what my moniker I took, Stalin. And then the Mackamillion, I kind of just put that together because I can Mackamillion situations, if you know what I mean.
So you got a street vibe going. Is that from history or is that just kind of? I'm trying to figure out how to delicately say
So
that.
is it coming from a real place or is it made up? Is what you mean?
I'm trying to say that without trying to say that. Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, I've been through some things. A lot of my music is inspired by real events. You know what I'm saying? Other than me liking to play with the craft, and I feel like I'm a lyricist. I like the wordplay. but I try to use as much as real life to make it, real as possible, so people
Uh,
can feel it and actually grasp it. So yeah, a lot of stuff I do talk about come from real life situations and events for sure.
so at what point did you say I'm gonna let that shit go and I'm gonna focus on this music shit 100?
Well, I always wanted to focus on the music. I just when you don't have the resources, or you have the ambition but don't have no direction to point it, you kind of bump your head until you find your way. So that's what I kind of put out there, as me being in the streets and going back and forth to jail and that type of stuff. I was simply just trying to find my way to get out what I was trying to do. I just didn't have the proper guidance. But my only saving grace was I was still willing to learn. I'm willing to pick up a book and learn it, and the
Mm.
average person ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what's the best book that I could get to learn the music business?
The best book, the book I read was it's How to Start a Music Business. I forgot the author it was, but that's actually the only book I ever read on it. Other books I read is like for like business and like self-help books and spiritual type books. That's what I be into.
Yeah, because I be seeing you put the what is that the knowledge of the day? I forget how you
Oh yeah,
word it.
yeah, Supreme Math. Yeah, I'm into that for sure. I do a lot of studying everywhere. Cause I don't consider myself like no religion. I just seek knowledge. Wherever, however it comes, I want it.
Yeah, it remind like what is that? The five percenters?
Yep, I
Is that
like to
where it
think
come
of
from?
myself as even 1%er, because even 5%ers, got themselves on a demographic as far as like, being black nationalists. And when you get of a certain knowledge, we really just flesh. The colors are just distinctions of all the same thing. We come from all the same source. So I like to consider myself 1%.
I mean, I feel you on that, but
No, I'm not. Not our melanin on this plane definitely is king, just because scientifically that's just it. But on an all in all, we still all created equal under the source or creator, whatever you identify it as.
but this is the planet is tribal in nature,
For sure.
you know, and I think that's where the source of energy for the five percenters. And I don't know any five percenters personally, just outside looking in, but I think that's pretty much the source of it, like our tribe. Let's
Oh,
protect
oh
home
yeah,
first.
definitely, because it has the foundation of the truth for sure. And the 5%ers, like they worship the one God, and they basically they teach you how to operate not in in the system and as of a king,
Yeah, yeah,
and they
yeah,
give you a nation to back behind you to do it as well. Because sometimes doing this type of stuff and you alone, they'll try to attack you.
yeah.
So the 5%ers or the Moors, it is a nation of brothers that you can seek, that want to seek the same thing.
I was listening to an interview with Melvin Farmer on Holden Court podcast earlier today. And shout out to Big Court. But Melvin Farmer is one of the dudes that originated the Crips, if I remember correctly.
For sure.
And he was talking about how going to prison opens a lot of brothers' eyes to how society really is racially.
No, facts. It definitely does. And just the demographics of the system, period. A lot of the things that we think is the law is not even real law. It's like statues. And we've been programmed to follow this stuff as if it's real law, and we don't know no better. And they just sending us through the system like cattle for real. It's all business. So it's not personal, it's business. And once you can take the emotional aspect out and really learn the business of what it really is, then you are operating your real power.
I mean, yeah, they'll spend what it takes to send you to Harvard to send you to prison.
Facts.
and,
Facts.
and don't think twice about that part, because sending you to prison means we got you for the rest of your life.
For sure. You chattel, your property.
Unless you know the game when you get out, and you can get things expunged, you can get this sealed. It just depends on what you went down for. Like there's plays you can still make. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't tell you about those plays.
No, of course, because it's power in people not knowing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the only thing they got over you, is that they know something you don't know. So you have to want to obtain it yourself and be knowledgeable and honestly stop moving like a slave. Just a simple form.
So you got any dear mama type of shit?
Um, I do, but it's not out to the public, but it will be out on my album.
Okay.
Yeah, I made a song called Die For You. And I actually sampled like the Prince song Die For You because that was my mama's favorite song. And I talk about like our upbringing in the song, some hard times in our life, that happened, my nephew passing in there that, touched the family. Like I touch on a lot of things in that song. But that's gonna be on an album that's coming. The album's called The Angel with a Dirty Face. It will be, dropping in the future.
Okay, yeah, keep me posted on that because I'm gonna need that, bro.
For sure.
But and the reason I ask is because I see that in you.
For sure. I appreciate that. That's why I made the song. I don't know if you heard it, the I See Fire that I shot the video for.
Yeah, I
They
seen
got
that.
the little, like
Is that the one where you were on the like on the court steps?
Yep, yes sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was the first video. Well, that was my second video I dropped, but I wanted to drop that video in particular to let people know, like, even though I'm playing with the music and I'm just playing with the words and stuff, I can actually make thought-provoking messages too as well. Because people forget that's the part of hip hop. You're supposed to give a message or send a message. A lot of people ain't doing that. A lot of people just getting drunk and getting in the booth and just saying anything.
I mean, well, that separates rappers from MCs.
Facts,
You
big
know,
facts.
and what's disappointing, especially as an old nigga, is some of the dudes that, and I get it. And it's even some of the dudes that I listen to, but they be like, man, I don't give a fuck about this shit. I'm just trying to make a bag. And I kind of want you to give a fuck.
You got to though. In real life, because I was talking to somebody a while ago about this, like, you know, as far as even with me with music, I learned a lot of things from music. I didn't have like no set like father figure, so I learned from my environment
Mm-hmm.
and a lot from the music that I listened to. And so, with that being said, people that make music have a power to touch people in a certain type of way. And if you're not like doing it with purpose, it's like, what is you doing it for?
Yeah.
Anybody could do it and just waste time and do whatever the case may be. I think a lot of people forget the real process and the real reason you're supposed to do music.
Like,
It become all about profit, and they forget the real true value of really touching people.
if you feel okay, you comfortable knowing that all the music you make, niggas is going to slide on other niggas listening to your shit. You part of the problem.
Big facts, and that's just all the way real.
And I listen to ratchet shit. I'm not saying that there's not a
No,
place for
me
ratchet
too.
shit.
Listen, I love it, but just like life, it got to be a balance. You can't
Yeah.
be just talking about a whole
Facts.
bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
It got to be balanced.
Who you listening to that's not you?
That's not me.
Yeah.
Right now, like the youngest dude that I'm listening to right now that I think could actually got something to say. Finesse 2 times. He hard.
Okay, I ain't checked Finesse 2 times out. I'm gonna have to do that.
He a new dude from Memphis that he came out of federal prison and he went crazy since he been home. I think he under like Moneybag Yo or something like that, or that's how he first got wind to this music scene, and then he went down for about like 5 years, but he came home like killing it, crazy. But yeah, he be talking. Um, of course, the Griselda crew, like I fuck with all of them. All their music is hard. Like I said, they remind me of the old New York feel. I like to make that type of music, so I like music that keep me on that type of frequency.
Mm.
And who else probably popping right now that I listen to?
I fuck with Mozzie heavy.
Mozzie I can't forget Mozzie hard. Mozzie
Like
definitely hard. I got hip
that
to
dude.
Mozzie actually incarcerated. So one of my homies got me hip to Mozzie. He definitely hard.
Yeah, that dude. For me, that dude. Like he is this one of this generation's like one of the top. I fuck with La Russell too.
I'm not hip to Lil Russell. I'm not hip to him. But Dave East, you hip to Dave East from New York? He nice too.
I don't know. I can't get into the voice.
Can't you can't get into the voice.
I can't get it. Can't get into the. It just he got one of those voices that's so distinct that you either really rock with him, or it's almost like what's old boy in Griselda, not the butcher.
The West Side Gun,
Yeah,
for sure.
like people like you either fucking with West Side Gun or you really not. It ain't
Or
really no
all of
gray
it.
area.
It ain't no in between. You definitely right
Yeah.
about that too.
Dave East is kind of the same way. It's like a gift and a curse. Like some voices is so unique is that it either draws people in or pushes them completely away. He got a song he just put out though, and this was the first time I listened. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's the first time I heard a Dave East song. It was like, okay, that's fire.
For sure, for sure. His probably one of my favorite projects from him is the Karma Project with him and DJ Holiday. That's like my favorite project from him.
Are you a hip hop historian?
I know some things, not all of it, but I know some things.
I mean, nobody knows all of it, but like, who's the oldest rapper that you fuck with?
KRS-One.
Criminal Minded was nigga when that came out.
He's still dropping jewels now though. Like he raw.
Niggas not listening to him because of the whole Africa Bambaataa shit.
Right.
And he kind of wrote. I know that's your guy, but you roll with him when your man did some just some horribly out. He's so out of bounds with what he did that you supposed to just if you're not going to throw him under the bus, which you should, don't defend the nigga.
Facts, big facts.
So that threw a lot of people up. But yeah, the dude has just never like gotten stale.
Never. He's still raw and uncut, like, and his artistry is like is raw talent. It really is. Even when he do his live performances now, it's like you could tell he like be coming from the heart and be freestyling, and he still give you jewels every time he drops something as well too.
Yeah. Like he just like he's one of those people that was born to be an MC.
Facts.
I got a chance a couple years ago to see Rakim.
Rakim definitely a legend as well too, and as far as like my era, like my great would be like Jay-Z. Like he gave me a lot of game through his music as well too. And
Jay-Z for me didn't get dope until after the retirement.
Until after retirement, you ain't like Reasonable Doubt Jay-Z.
No,
you didn't.
No,
I
didn't like Reasonable Doubt till maybe 10 years after Reasonable Doubt came out, and then I was like, okay. But when Reasonable Doubt first came out, I'm still thinking Hawaiian Sophie Jay-Z. Like he wasn't believable for me.
I get that, but his wordplay though and what he was talking about, he was definitely ahead of his time. He was talking about that 5% stuff too. He gave a little game here and there.
Yeah, but that nigga was stealing shit a lot.
I can't dispute that because
yeah.
I mean, but the man he stole from somebody's whole style, and that just coming out now. You heard about Biggie stealing a dude's style from Mississippi?
Oh man, that was wild.
His
Not only
name
his style,
and everything.
his name too.
That killed my childhood. He sold a man a whole identity.
I'm gonna say some shit that is very, very unpopular and may get me banned in several states and a couple of countries. But Biggie overrated.
He definitely is now for sure.
And I'm like, well, even before that, I'm not gonna say talent wise, but people put him on this pedestal for 2 albums, and it's just outlandish. That's like saying because you had one great season in the league, you top 5 of all time. You not.
Right. You definitely
caught lightning in a bottle. And that's what Biggie did. Unfortunately, God had other plans for the brother. It's not his, I won't say it's not his fault. It's not his fault, It's untimely demise. But as it stands, like, when you compare him and Tupac worked like he wanted to be immortal.
No, facts. Like his work ethic was like unmatched, like for real. He stayed in the studio, and another thing with his music, he dropped you jewels too. He ain't just give you the fuck the police and ignorant music. He actually gave you game. He gave you a demographic of what's going on in the hood, and Biggie did not do that.
He did not. Biggie was about Biggie, and that was it.
That's it.
I'm not knocking it.
I can definitely second that as well too, for sure.
You know, but and that's what I'm saying, like kind of like with Hove. Hove was like that until after the retirement. After the retirement, he had enough. I guess he had enough bread, had enough status, and he started realizing some things. And you can tell that he starts saying, you know what? Let me make up for some of the good the shit that I put out before that made money, but let me put out some shit that makes a difference.
No, he and he told you through some of his music too. Like, you know, he made songs to make money strictly for sales. He said he wanted to rap like Common Sense, but you know he was making sense. So, you know, that is the crazy part of the game, that you have to choose whether, you know, you're gonna make some profitable shit or is you really gonna touch the people. And his strategy, honestly, I think was a good strategy. He got the money that when he was ready, you know, he was able to move how he was ready to move. Sometimes you gotta play the game from how it's played, you know.
Yeah, and you know what, that I'm not mad at. Like it depends on. It's kind of like the spook that sat by the door. It depends on what you do with what you've earned.
Fact.
Like there's a lot of cats out there that people be talking shit about. Oh, that nigga hate black people, blah blah split. Come to find out, that nigga was sponsoring a lot of shit behind the scenes.
Facts.
You know, sure. So your soul gonna rest easy. It might not be the popular thing while you here.
Facts.
You know, like I know for a fact, like Steve Harvey, and I tell this all the time because that nigga need to get his flowers. I know for a fact that nigga put money into the pockets of super black groups. I mean, niggas that boots on the ground, like really, really going hard.
For sure.
He wasn't about to advertise that shit. You're not fucking up that Family Feud money.
100.
I get it, you know, but got to give that man credit for putting back into the universe for his people.
Facts, man. And the thing is, you can't help your people being broke. Just be real, you know.
The revolution ain't free.
Better say that for sure.
Man, yo, so all right, so we gotta do it, man. Top 5. Who you got? I know Jay-Z is one of them.
Top 5 MCs of all time.
Yeah.
Okay. Jay-Z definitely influenced me. Can I do groups too?
Well, that's a separate bag.
Okay, so So Jay-Z definitely one. Nas is definitely one for me. KRS-One, he's definitely one for me. And this no specific order either. Let me see. Jadakiss, he's one for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh hell no, bro.
People be sleeping on Jada, man. Jada been feeding the streets for a long time.
No, Jada been feeding singles. This nigga can't make an album to save his life, bro.
What? You don't think so?
No.
I don't think he made no bad albums. And the one Kiss of Death went platinum.
Bruh, like so did Vanilla Ice. like if I need a song that's talking shit that on a hard beat, Jadakiss. First person I'm going to. I need an album. That nigga is nowhere in the Rolodex.
You don't think Kiss of Death was a good put together album?
No, bro.
He had a political cut on there. The Y song with Anthony Hamilton. He had the cut for the ladies with Mariah on there, and then he had his gangster shit. You know, his real.
No, bro. But I'm sorry. Go. No, nigga. I'm just never. But I'm sorry. It's your top 5, bro. Go ahead.
He said not at all.
Like,
shit. I ain't gonna say he made a whole lot of marketable albums, but that particular one I thought was a good put together album. I thought it was.
I mean, but to do like what you didn't say was it was classic. You gotta have a classic album for me to even be at least one to be considered.
And you know
top
what? When
5.
you saying that, I gotta put in 50 Cent because his era was crazy when he dropped.
Now, see, 50 Cent had one of the probably the best, probably the top 5 albums in hip hop history, and that's it.
Facts.
Nigga fell all the way off a cliff and into a river.
He did.
Like
He went to movies.
like, and I respect the hustle of 50 Cent. I really do. But musically, like the aliens came and kidnapped this nigga and made 50 Get Rich or Die Trying and then sent him back.
No, for real, no. Hey, it's like he definitely lost that hunger off that first album. Cause the second album, even though it's so good, like it still wasn't to Get Rich or Die Trying.
No.
He couldn't live up to that. That was the problem.
I mean, well, he stole Ja Rule's style, let's be honest. He was
Yeah,
better at it. Like
after
when
a
he was
while,
in his
he did.
bag, he was better at
After
it.
a while, he did. He
I mean,
sabotaged him and stole his style. But that's why he was so ruthless, though. That's why I fucked with him. He was so
Yeah.
ruthless when he came.
He is absolutely like he's the pettiest nigga in hip hop history.
Big facts. For
Yeah,
sure.
like, I don't even think it's close with that one. Wait a minute. So you got Jay-Z, you got Nas, you got KRS-One, you got Jadakiss, and you say 50.
50, yeah. Then was like and I can't fit the diplomats in, but they they moving was solid too. Like I like the early Cameron.
Oh, that gotta be top 5 worst rappers ever, bro. I'm so I like.
I like, but did you lab Come Home With Me? That Cam was different from like
No.
later on down the line Cam.
The I like one song from Cameron. From Cameron, I used to get it in Ohio. That shit was fire.
That was definitely a fire cut.
Yeah, and that's it.
So you ain't like none of the Come Home With Me, the Old Boys,
No,
what else was on there? He had
The
the
nigga
song
was
with him
just-
and Jay-Z, the Welcome to New York City.
the nigga was spitting toddler rhymes. The goofy, the computer loopy, the
No, see
ooey.
that's why I said that was future Cam. That's the Come Home With Me Cam. He was rapping. Like that's when like The Rock and Benny C. He could rap amongst them. Like he was rapping.
Yeah, I clearly don't remember that correctly then, cause no, like Jules Santana was my guy out of
No,
the
he was
Dipset.
my favorite. But the one who kept it the longest going though, Jim Jones. Like he kept his hustle going for a long time.
Cause he got better. Like
every
he was
album,
Baby
he
from
got
Cash Money
better
in the
and better.
beginning. Yeah, like he went from Baby from Cash Money to where Fat Joe got to.
Facts.
Like he's never gonna be like just a dope lyricist. He's just not.
No, not down that line. But I would say he one of the best evolved MCs. I say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Like cause Fat Joe was probably like he was on his way to being the worst rapper ever from the beginning. Like when Jealous Ones, Envy, and in the beginning and all that, he was horrible.
he was on the verge.
I'm telling like that dude was horrible. And I'm not giving credit to Pun. I was not there. However, he got significantly better when he found Pun.
For sure. For sure.
Coincidence? I don't know. Like I said,
Sometimes no, it be like that. Synergy. Sometimes people make you do different things. It can make you better. So you ain't saying nothing wrong. Sometimes
you know what? Like I think Method Man has always been a good MC, but Redman made him a great MC.
Them as a duo is crazy.
Yeah. You know, so you absolutely right. And I think that's discounted in hip hop is the energy of the room.
Facts, for sure.
Like, when you go to the studio, do you have like a procedure? Is there a certain engineer you like to work with?
Who I've been working with lately has been Josh from Top of the World Studios. Like I dig the whole aura and coming there, and he a producer himself, so he'll hear things in your song that he like to throw in himself, and that's a real good environment. But as far as like me preparing for a studio session, I like to come ready before I even get there. Like I have my songs ready, already aligned, my beats ready. So I come for business. When I finally get to the booth, I come for business.
How long you taking now to do a song?
To in the booth?
Yeah.
I probably depend on the track. I probably get a song done with like in less than 20 minutes.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, would call you not in your top five, but who would call you that's like popping now, or you instantly say yes, and who would call you and you instantly say no?
That's in the industry right now.
Yeah.
If Finesse called me, I would definitely get a track with him because, like I said,
Okay.
he popping on a young movement side, and he actually got something to say. Who I would say no to, like completely no, maybe like Lil Nas X or something.
Well, your man's got a girlfriend now.
Does he?
Yes.
Well, he tricked the fuck out of me. It's still a no. Hey, guess what? Hey, and he ain't shit if he got a girlfriend now and he put out all that faggot ass shit for the kids to look at and to follow him and do all this weird gay shit. And now he got a girlfriend. He ain't shit.
I mean, okay. Well, let me ask you this then: how much different is he than NWA?
How much different is he?
As far as impact on the community?
No, he's impact for sure. That's
No,
what I'm saying.
what I'm saying is I agree with you. Yeah, if he did that just for clout, absolutely wrong, horrible thing to do, put out there,
Sure.
whatever, blase split. But why would he be considered worse than somebody like and I love Ice Cube, possibly top five all time,
For sure.
but like Ice Cube, who for years put out a persona that was not him,
At all.
that was harmful to our community.
Honestly, when you put it that way, it's really no difference because it's a mask.
Yeah.
It's literally a mask. And unfortunately, if the people that's their fans, if they not just taking it as entertainment, they're believing everything they're saying.
The thing is, we have normalized niggas getting shot in our community. So what Ice Cube did was not out of bounds.
Right. Because it wasn't too far. It wasn't too far fetched from a truth, but it was still a diluted truth because it wasn't your reality.
Exactly. You know, and you know that alternative lifestyle is not something that black folks just really, on board with. As a community.
For sure. Hey, a lot of people definitely just exploit, you know what I'm saying, just the culture, period, like in different forms, Like I said, it's on the person to really like I said, take that power and really like move with some type of real purpose, man, and not just do it straight
Yeah,
for fun.
old boy just pretty much just wanted the bag, and he
Yeah,
did. He read the room, and I read an article in Forbes some years ago, and it was like gay couples are make the most money as a couple and are most brand loyal. That's why he did what he did.
and listen, I respect it, but at the same time, it's kids watching them.
Like, I'm not gonna say I respect it, but I understand it. Like, I don't respect that shit.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
That's not
that's
something that I would do.
I don't respect that shit. I understand it. I get the business of it,
Right.
but you literally selling your soul.
Yeah,
And
right. I mean, you put a low ass price tag on your shit too.
big facts for sure.
If I'm gonna sell my soul, it's for world peace or to end hunger or some shit. It's something that I can deal with for the rest of eternity, burning the fuck
I can
up.
really live with,
Yeah, not because I get a better car and a crib.
Right.
You
And that
know.
shit ain't gonna last long because if you don't continue on that, because you eventually being fake, you're gonna get tired of it.
Well, or you convince yourself that's your real.
I guess some people is that crazy.
Hey, and this totally unrelated. I seen and are you a Cavs fan?
Yep.
Yeah, they get their ass handed to them, bro.
They got smoked. I was at the damn game last night angry. Like,
Ooh.
fuck, I went to the game that they lose.
And you know what? I'm talking to my
I'm
boy.
talking, I
I'm
had
like,
a great season, everything. I couldn't even enjoy it because they was getting their ass kicked.
I couldn't believe. I'm like, okay, and I was telling. I'm not even a Cavs fan, but I was talking to my boy last week, and like, man, we should go check a game out. He's like, all right, bet. I'm like, okay, well, let's wait till the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, but I seen. It wasn't the Cavs, but I seen Giannis, and they was at the reporter. Have you seen that clip where the reporter asked him was the season a failure?
No, I did not see it. What they say?
Oh, and Giannis was like, he got tender about the shit and was like, you asked me the same question last year. And the season is not a failure. It's a process. It's steps to success. And we just need to take another step. And I'm thinking to myself, man, like, that's what's wrong with the fuck with this fucking country. That's one of those everybody needs to get a trophy speeches. Yes, nigga, you failed. It's okay.
Right.
We all fail sometimes. It ain't about the failure, it's about the bounce back.
Facts.
But
And
y'all had the best record in the league.
Niggas losses depend on how you looking at. It's only lessons.
But and that's kind of how he was trying to spin that shit. But no, bruh, sometimes you fall on your fucking face.
No, oh yeah, definitely. They in an arena where they supposed to be the best. So if you're not the best, then you're you slacking.
Yeah, it's Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you last.
If you're not first, that's my shit too. Not first, you last.
Yo, that's got yo. My man's Will Ferrell got a few of like the most funny movies in the history of ever, bro.
No, he is one of my favorite like comedian movie makers, like for real, like from Step Brothers to like the Talladega Nights to
Nigga, Step Brothers was
man, that they was idiots in Step Brothers, man. They was too
yo man.
shit.
I can't even imagine like filming that shit and not like how they
Right,
able to keep a
and
straight
bust out
face.
laughing.
Oh my god, man! Just thinking of that shit, man. And like for me, Happy Gilmore is definitely one of my favorite movies
That's
of all
definitely
time.
funny. Yeah, Adam Sandler, he was a funny motherfucker too.
And that the scene with him and Bob Barker getting to a fight is probably
Epic.
my
Epic movie scene.
nigga. And he gets his ass whooped, and then
I want the whole thing. Got the dog in here.
hey yo, what's my man name? The other golfer when they was in the office and shit, and he was like, "Well, Happy, how'd that fight go?" He's like, "Who won that fight, by the way?"
Man, right. That's a classic. That's happy.
Yo. All right, hood classic movies. What you watching?
Hood classic. So I got a few of those. I grew up off Scarface for sure, and Goodfellas, and even back. I even watched James Cagney movies. You Hit the Angels with Dirty Faces?
I am not. You watching James Cagney, nigga?
Yeah, I grew. That was my father's fault when he
I'm
was
way older than you, and I'm not watching James Cagney.
No,
Oh.
hey, that Angel with the Dirty Face, that's a classic. For real, you got to check it out if you ain't watched it.
I'm
Classic.
gonna have to check that out, bro. Have you seen McGraw Avenue?
I have not.
Yo, you gotta check that out on Tubi.
Oh, Tubi, that's something new.
Yeah. It's actually not. I think this is the second or third season. I can't remember.
Season. Okay, yeah, I ain't here.
Oh man, that shit's better. It's not Snowfall. This season of Snowfall that blew everybody out the water.
Okay.
Not even gonna lie.
Listen, I ain't even catch up on the. I ain't even watched that season. I gotta catch up on that one because Snowfall was raw.
Yo, and I got a chance to interview the real Rick Ross.
Oh, did you? Freeway Rick Ross?
Yeah.
For sure. Is that what that show based off of?
Yeah. Stole the nigga whole. Yeah.
Really? I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah.
And that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. This nigga, man, I'm like, well, what's the most you ever spent on work at one time? He was like 3-point-something million. You know how many bricks especially back then?
Somebody else was doing it on that level too. You have to Rayful Edmond?
Yeah, I am actually.
He had like a similar situation like that too as well.
I think BMF was probably doing it. They might have been doing it a little bit bigger.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like BMF was like, man, they was really doing
No,
it.
they was plugged in. I know that for sure.
You know, the show is
Yeah.
You know, like, I would put Snowfall, then McGraw Ave, and then BMF.
Oh, I gotta check the McGraw Ave out there. I ain't even heard nobody talk about it.
Yeah, and it's like, well, it's on Tubi, but like it's these niggas out of Detroit, man, and they have done several movies, series, and like their shit as far as quality is leaps and bounds and rest of ahead of most 99% of the independent niggas out today.
Got you. Oh yeah, I gotta check that out for sure.
Yeah. Yo, I see you doing a gazillion shows around the land, bruh. Like what you got coming up next?
So I actually have a video shoot tomorrow actually at the little strip spot at Magic City on St. Clair.
Yeah, man, I'm not going to that, bruh.
Yeah, you know I won't be there. But
This nigga said
so
strip spot on the clear. No, bruh.
that ain't my scene. It's close by downtown.
you say the clear and strip spot.
He's at I said I won't be there. Hey, you
I'm
funny
sorry,
as
bro.
fuck for that one. Hey, no, but I'm doing another event though. It's I'm doing a Mother's Day event for Milana Artists and Envy Jazz. Well, they got a little Mother's Day event coming up, a little sneaker ball, and that's like May 13th.
Oh, straight up, where that's gonna be at?
That's gonna be at a spot called Truth Social.
And I'm trying to
It's in
see.
it's on South Park Boulevard, I think. I mean
Damn,
Southgate, not South Park, Southgate.
yeah, I'm with the sneaker ball though. Like
Sure.
I'm like a sneaker head, bro. I love sneakers.
I think I got another. Do I want to do. I got a show. Is it Saturday? I think I got a show Saturday too at the Medieval Pub.
You got like are you doing shows outside of Cleveland?
Yeah, I have. I've done a few of them outside of Cleveland. Actually, I've been out to Atlanta. I did some shows in Detroit. I want to tap into New York though, because that's like kind of like my demographic of my music that I make, like the punchline flow and the wordplay or whatever. That's kind of like a New York demographic. So I haven't touched base out there yet. So I want to go out there. But
See, I wouldn't put you in a New York demographic. You more of a Midwest demographic.
You think so?
Yeah.
So I got a lot of music out there. So the music that's like in my Spotify and all that, that's not even like really half the shit I really got. Like I got so much shit that I'm dropping, OG. Like it's not even crazy. And like I got so many styles. But I think my base style though, I think is the like New York demographic in my opinion. But you say Midwest, so you thinking like more like St. Louis, stuff like that?
I'm thinking more like Milwaukee, like Chicago, like
Okay.
Detroit, like Flint.
Detroit is somewhere else I wanted to tap into for sure.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna shoot you my number.
For sure.
I don't know the world and shit, but I know a couple niggas.
Oh no, for sure. Hey, that's all it's about is connecting and networking, man. That's what I'm trying to do. Rub
Yeah.
shoulders with people that actually got some game to give me, and to push my business to the next level. Because I'm an independent artist, got my independent label, so I'm moving in business, man. And whoever can
Yes.
help me out and expand, I'm definitely gonna listen for sure.
Street government, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's the movement.
Like I've been watching, bro.
I appreciate you tuning in for sure. And I used to like be like, man, damn, a lot of people ain't listen to me, they ain't hip, but I eventually start saying like, man, I'm just gonna do the work, and whoever gravitate to it, that's the people that's gonna be part of my tribe. And so I definitely appreciate you seeing my work and tuning in for sure.
You know what I realize is especially because I've been doing this for a long time and I done had the same thoughts like, oh man, ain't nobody fucking with me until my guest list start getting bigger, and I'm like, well, it must be me. Ain't nobody fucking with me. You know what? It's that it does. Sometimes you don't get the arenas, you get the boardroom.
Facts.
If you get the boardroom, the arena's gonna come, bro.
Facts. And that's why I just need to rub the shoulders with the right people, because my music, I feel like it sells itself, honestly. So right now, my part of the business is what I'm focused on is just expanding the brand to where more people know about it. I got to do more shows out of town, go touch people, pass out info, and marketing is the most important thing too. You have a great marketing strategy. You know what I'm saying? This internet, you know, you can reach millions of people worldwide with a touch of a button. So you just gotta make it creative when you do it.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, yeah, I might actually know somebody that can help. Well, the marketing guy, that nigga is not cheap. That nigga's the best.
For sure. Hey,
Yeah,
when you want the best, you gotta pay for what you want. I
yeah.
understand that.
But yeah, there's somebody else I would like to help you out, bro. Cause like I said, like I've been watching you for about a year.
For sure. I appreciate that. For sure.
Well, you know, like I'm one of those people that's big on like I'm to the point now with the show. It's either a favor for somebody for you to get on, or I respect the grind. I may
For
not
sure.
even think you the dopest or whatever the fuck. You could be making paper airplanes and they be like, but you making 300 of them bitches a day, and you've
Facts.
been doing it for 10 years.
Facts.
I
Facts.
respect the hustle.
And that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like I'm just gonna keep dropping. I'm making sure I'm dropping material every month, so at least they know, oh, that man is working.
And like you really like niggas is seeing, okay, yeah, the work ethic is now, niggas is seeing that the work ethic is quote unquote paying off, you know, because you got so and so or you got so and so. Damn, I'm about to say, damn, shit just froze on this. And I know you in the parking lot and shit, man, so I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna we gotta link up, bro. I gotta hit one of the shows.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I definitely love to see you come through, man. You know, I rock out no matter if it's 2 people or 50 or 100 people. I give it my all every time I do a show, for sure.
Nigga, trust me, I know. You gotta keep your shirt on, bro. I ain't trying to see that shit. I'm fat, nigga.
Hey, that's part of the marketing, baby. I gotta
I'm
build a
fat and
legacy
old
here.
and
You know,
shit,
sex
man.
sales.
Like, man, I can't even bring my old lady. Nigga, keep the shirt on. What the fuck?
Hey, for you, if you come, I'm gonna keep it on. For you, only for my OG though. If you come, I gotta show respect and keep it on.
Yo, just keep me posted, man. Let me know. I definitely will pull up, man. Shit, we in the same city, bro. So, you know, I know you fuck with Big Health.
Man, I gotta get up with Big Hef. Like the only time I'd have been in the same demographic with him is for Trappy Awards, and I got to talk to him a little bit. But I know he be around the people that I need to be around, and I know he got game that I need. So I need to rub shoulders with him like more often, for sure.
Maybe we could do something about that.
For sure, for sure. Definitely need to tap in with him, for sure.
Yeah, because he you know, Nerve DJs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's Big Health and DJ Johnny O all day. You know,
Yep, it's
shout out
Johnny
to
O.
T-Rex.
I just did an event that had Johnny O as one of the he was one of the what am I trying to say?
The moderators,
judges. He was
judges.
one of the judges for the little competition they had at where was it? It was at the house, the spot called the house.
Yeah, that's the dude you need to be talking to.
For sure. Now, what I did, I uploaded one of my songs on you know, the Nerve DJ's website because he told me like he had this little free promotion he had going on for like 72 hours. So I did upload it on there, but he is somebody else I need to tap into more too. I know I've been knowing him like in the business for a long time, and I just ain't never got to really rub shoulders with him.
Would definitely recommend tapping in and trying Nerve DJs out, getting on the conference call. Cause when I say they plugged in,
that I know for sure.
They, you know, like it, you can't avoid the DJs.
Nope,
and
you gotta make, because that's who spreads your music out.
But you got one of the biggest DJ movements on the planet in your own city.
Facts, for sure.
Just
I gotta tap in some. I got more work to do. That's what that means. I got more work to do. And
especially like the joint. I haven't heard the one with. My guess is the one with the Butcher is just gonna be crazy.
Man, that's so. What you was asking me, you know, the question before, like, you know, do I just, you know, rap because it sound good? I actually give some life situations that went on in there. I give you a little bit of game as far as about like how, you know, the system trying to trick you or signing paperwork you ain't supposed to sign. Like I try to give game in my music too, and I'm not trying to oversaturate it, so I'm trying to bird feed it to them, so they don't get
Yeah.
oversaturated with it, but they gonna understand like, oh yeah, he really giving us game for real.
Got
At
spoon
the end
feed
of the
niggas.
day, they gonna say I had some gems to drop for sure.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear that one. Fucking with the one with Gucci, but like the Butcher is like,
That's our lane, because you from the era to respect that type of craft. And a lot of people, it's crazy that how the game is, and it evolves like that. The young cats, they like what they like, but you got to know where it came from though. Like, and a lot of them don't do the necessary history. They just think like, oh yeah, I'm just here and I'm just making music. I'm about to blow up and talk my
I mean,
shit.
but you know what, bro? Like, let me be honest. None of us really did that shit.
For sure.
Like, I didn't. I to this day, I don't even fucking like Curtis Blow. I heard the basketball song the other day on the radio.
Right.
And still, nigga, this is horrible. How did they like this nigga?
For sure. But you gotta
And
lay
I've been
it right, though. That's where it started.
no, I don't have to like
You
what
like,
you
no,
did.
I don't. You like that shit was terrible.
It was fucking terrible. Just because you older than me doesn't make the quality of your music doper.
Facts, for sure.
And I've been here since hip hop was born.
100.
So I've been on the whole journey with hip hop. 50 years, nigga. I'm 51.
For sure. Say the whole 50 years of hip hop, for sure.
I've been breathing, nigga. And
Say
it's just
that.
some niggas that, like, I didn't go through the history and be like, oh, well, who started? I didn't know what the fucking Treacherous 3 was until I was like 25.
Facts.
Because I didn't care.
Facts.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. My point is that every generation of hip hop was disrespectful to the generation before them. When
Facts.
LL came out, that nigga was petty and gave not one fuck about niggas that came. He came out the building, out the gate, saying, "I'm better than you, nigga."
Facts.
So don't get
That's
emotional
what
about the shit
though.
now.
I love the sport of the music. I think the actual, like, that aspect of the sport of hip hop, I think it's gone. Like, I'm trying to kind of like bring that back with my music. Like, I like the competitive bar for bar, on wax and stuff like that. You don't hear that no more. Like, people just go straight to, shooting. I'm gonna shoot your hood up and kill you. But ain't nobody really like competitors on a craft side no more.
But you gotta say that though. Let me hear that. Come on and say, nigga, I'm a better rapper than y'all niggas.
Facts.
Prove me wrong.
Facts, for sure.
And
I feel like that though. I feel like for like what's going on from the generation I came from and now, lyrically, and I can do what they doing at a high level with bars. So I
you
definitely
should feel
like
like that.
for sure.
Like people be mad. Well, so and so can't rap, and he said he the best. I don't want to listen to nobody to be like, nigga, I'm the third best.
No, you want somebody that really takes seriousness of their craft. Period.
No, I want somebody that believes, that's so delusional that they believe they better than everybody else, regardless of how dope they may or may not be. Like, you could actually be trash and be like, bruh, I believe I'm the best. And if you keep putting out shit, somebody gonna believe it with you.
No, facts. That's the power of the mind, for real. If you think and believe, it shall be.
Yeah, you gotta trick yourself before you trick the world.
Facts.
I'm gonna have to write that shit down. That
is definitely a good quote. Trick yourself before you. That's a great quote.
Fucking bar and shit. Anyway, man, I'm gonna let you get out of here, bro. Like I say, man, I'm gonna shoot you my number if you need anything, bro. I got you. It definitely was an honor to build with you, man. Dope ass conversation too.
I appreciate you too, OG, man. Salute to you, man, and everything y'all doing at Nerve DJs and everything, Intellectually Petty Radio. Appreciate you for having me on.
Oh, no doubt, man. It's been well worth the wait.
For sure.
Let's
keep being epic, OG.
Oh, you already know, man. Till I'm done, I'm gonna be great.
Yes, sir. Say to the cat.
It's your talent that gets you on the show, man, but it's your story that makes you stand out.
100, for sure.
On that note, we out, bro. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Salute. Till next time.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Yo, y'all already know, man. Sponsored by M3S3 Clothing. Don't forget they got the epic ass 3-on-3 tournament coming this weekend in Miami, Florida. If you somewhere in the continental U.S., get the fuck down there. And of course, you know, we got a little part in that small sponsorship going on from Intellectually Petty Radio, because that's my family at M3S3 Clothing. Shout out to DJ Johnny O and Big Hef and DJ Squirt and Human T-Rex, DJs all across the planet with the mighty Nerve DJs. On that note, man, as again, fucking fuck. You already know, man, it's your talent that gets you on the show. It's your story that makes you stand out. Y'all have a good one.